Hi students. So this lecture for BBA second sem on corporate accounting 1, and I hope all of you saw the last lecture on second unit, which is the valuation of the goodwill. And in the last class we discussed the meaning of goodwill as well as the characteristics of goodwill. We discussed in the last class. So now, as I told, what my goodwill, it is an the intangible fixed assets, as well as it is an the reputation for the company, and it's the extra profit. By the goodwill they are earning what's the extra profit, and it's the present value of expected future earnings is nothing but the goodwill. Okay, so as well as what are the characteristics of goodwill? So it is and the intangible fixed assets. Okay, so intangible means words which we cannot touch, we cannot see. It is in the intangible fixed assets, inseparable assets. So it's not the separate from its business. Okay, it's if we want to sell the business along with the goodwill, we have to sell. Okay, otherwise we can't sell only the goodwill or only the business. Okay, so this is the inseparable assets. Profit making business with the actually the goodwill is depend on the profit. If it is the profit increase, the goodwill also will the increase. If the profit decrease, the goodwill also the decrease. So but if when goodwill is more known, then automatically the profit will be the more. Okay, so it's fluctuation but not depreciation. So goodwill, it is in the fluctuate. Okay, so it will be the fluctuate. Okay, so it will be the it's not the constant. Okay, so it will be the fluctuation but not the depreciation. So we cannot depreciate this goodwill. Okay, so depends on profit but not on money invested. So this goodwill is depend on the profit, what earlier I told. So but it's not depend on the investment, how much you invested money in the business, how many assets you invested in the business, it is doesn't matter. Okay, so this is about the characteristics of the goodwill. So now see needs for valuation of goodwill. So needs, first one to say what's the sole trading business concern, as well as the partnership firm purpose, as well as the joint stock companies. Okay, so for in this case the valuation of goodwill is needed. Why it's needed? Because goodwill, it is an the inseparable and the intangible fixed assets, and it cannot exist by itself. Okay, cannot exist. It means what? We cannot sell that, it cannot this, it is not the separate from the business. Okay, so that's why it's the valuation of the goodwill is needed in the sole trading business concern also. It means what's in, so first one is what's the sole trading business concern. Why it's needed to valuation of goodwill? When the it's needed for valuation of goodwill, when sole trading business wants to sell its business or convert into partnership firm, at that time what's the valuation of goodwill is required. Okay, so when it's required, when the sole trading business wants to sell the business as well as convert into the what partnership firm, at that time valuation of goodwill is needed. So next one is what's the partnership firm. So in the partnership firm, you know the what name of partnership means what's when more than two partners comes together and start a business is nothing but the partnership. But in this case also valuation of goodwill is needed. So at what time it's needed? When the change in profit sharing ratio, at that time valuation of goodwill is needed, as well as at the time of admission of new partner. Okay, so if one more is partner is adding in that already partners, and at that time also valuation of goodwill is needed, as well as when the partner is got death, as well as the retirement of a partner, at that time also what's the valuation of goodwill is needed, as well as when the partnership firms amalgamate with any other firm. Okay, partnership firm as well as the amalgamate with any other firm. At that time also the what's valuation of goodwill is needed, as well as the when the partnership converted into limited liabilities, okay, or a partnership firm is sold. At that time also what's the valuation of the goodwill is needed, okay. So it means what's it's very important, good valuation of goodwill in this all the cases. And last one is the what joint stock companies. In this case also the what's the valuation of goodwill is important, or it's must to do, okay. So now see what do you mean by goodwill. So sorry, what do you mean by company, okay. You know that what do you mean by company. In the first chapter we discussed the what do you mean by company. It is, and the company it means what's company means what's it is an artificial person created by law. It's having separate entity with a perpetual succession, and it's a common seal is nothing but what's the company, okay. So this is nothing but the company. So in this company case also the valuation of goodwill is a valuation of goodwill, it's needed, okay. So when two or more companies amalgamated, at that time its valuation of goodwill is needed. And per it means what's in the purchase method, in the purchase method, okay. So this all the topics in your second sem is there, okay. When two or more companies amalgamate by purchase methods, at that time what's the valuation of goodwill is needed. As well as the when the business of a company is being taken over by the government, at that time also the valuation of goodwill is needed. So in these cases the valuation of needed is very important. And so this is about the needs for valuation of goodwill, okay. So next, factors affecting the goodwill. So which are those factors affecting the goodwill. So as we know, right, as we know that the profitability of the companies, it is influence the valuation of goodwill, and therefore all the factors which affects present and the future earning capacity, okay. So now which are those factors are there for the affecting the goodwill. So first one is the location of a business premises, nature of business, monopolized business, risk factor, okay. Patent and patent and copyrights, skill of management. So on this factor, it's affecting the goodwill, and it's very important for the 5 marks, okay, okay. So which are those factors are affecting for the goodwill, okay. So location of a business premises, if it is the business is in the city level, okay, if it is the business in the city level, and this business is providing so much facilities to the customers, okay, good quality or good product to the business, good service to the good service to the public, good quality to the customers, okay. All these things like this, if it is providing by the business to the customer though, automatically the profit will be the increase, and the goodwill also will be the increase, okay. So this is the factors. It means what the location of a business premises, nature of the businesses. Nature of the businesses means what, it's the small scale business, okay, okay. Small scale business, middle business, like this. It is the nature, it depends on the nature of the business. It is the business is providing the service only, or business manufacturing business, okay, transportation business, like this. It is depend on the nature of the business also the goodwill is affecting, okay. So next, monopolized business, okay. Only one business is there in the market, it then also it will be the increase the goodwill, okay. Next, risk factor. In that risk is, if it is business is taken the risk, high risk, high profit, high risk, okay, like this, you know. So it's depend on that also. And the patent and copyright, skill of management. So if the business is handling in a good way with the help of the skill of the management, then also the profit will be the increase, and what's they will get the more profit, the goodwill will the increase, okay. So like this, factors are affecting to the goodwill, okay. So this is about the factors. Now in the next session we will see the next part of the goodwill, which is the types of the goodwill, okay. So I hope you will be the understand. Thank you.